The next poem I want to read is What's Behind the Words. This poem, I can actually tell you specifically when I wrote it. I remember writing it. And it's funny because this instrumental that's playing was the instrumental I was going to play when I read this, because I just felt like Del the Funky Homo Sapiens, one of my favorite rappers, and the way that the words worked on the page with this one came out a lot with that particular artist. So with What's Behind the Words, I was actually driving with my sister back up to college, and I remember I was on my laptop, and it just struck me to start putting stuff down. And this is a poem that came out, and I remember reading it to my sister after, and my dad would know the joke about time and how she misunderstands it. One of the things that we talked about when I said this is a poem I read, the first thing she said was, "I can barely tell what time it is, so I don't know what you're talking about." But nonetheless, what's behind the words? Merging through emergent shapes of misshapen mishaps, tufts of blood dotting Teflon sidewalks, glory, honor, valor, nothing. These are unmarked graves, ghosts and symbols. Specters strewn about a real world, haunting hearts and minds with pretty abstractions. Thoughts are caught in intertwined vines inside the angles of their illusion. Drawing self from stone etching, extraction, nonsense from the concrete, a catalyst for change. Grandiose language explains intricacies, complicates them. The pragmatics of wordsmithing, tailoring letters to ladder to matter, twisting each to fit the mouth. Palatable gray matter, the undergrowth is meaning. Shadows behind letters cast over stretches of second-hand demands, dead shells of a former self. Penny-flecked fountains, genuflect for mountains, each holding a dream not upheld. Left to wither in the cold, broken ties, spoken, lost existence, the shadow of a ghost. I don't know if you can tell, but I really like shadows. So again, this idea that we're stuck with this surface level view of things in our lives. For me, it's this constant use of language where we focus on the words themselves, glory, honor, valor. They mean a great deal, but at the same time, it's really hard to articulate what they actually mean to each individual. And so when you hear the words, I'm constantly thrown back to this idea that you're using that because you don't know what else to say. And this idea that there has to be meaning, there has to be a purpose for that word. That's why I always talk about with my students, what's the message here? What's the reason? What's the purpose? And so when I focus on what's behind the words, it's me trying to get to what's below the surface of why you're saying what you're saying.